All right, girls. Well, thank you so much for joining me here.
Do it anymore.
With my goal on these calls, especially once we get up and rolling, is that they're like a 20 to 30 minute thing. But I know we've got lots of questions that we're crunching through. So I have set aside a solid hour for y'all. And then I start getting punchy. So although, actually it's only 7 o'clock. I just have been running all day. So maybe that's why I feel like that already. So let me share with you what I've got for you, and hopefully that won't take too long and leave you some time for questions. Who is excited? So my launch party, I did the launch party for Team Sparkle yesterday, followed it up with a launch party in my VIP group. I just did it in my VIP group. I just wanted everybody to see what was going on in there. I wanted it easy access. Nobody to tell me what event is it in. I can't find it. I have never had a bigger Facebook party in my entire direct sales career, like almost times 2. There's the recipe of the Facebook party. So that on-time drawing, get them to watch the live, the getting them to get you their wish list. And okay, so back to the cart share situation. I mean, there's a learning curve. And I will tell you, 17 people gave me their wish list yesterday. About had a heart attack. And every single one of them was like this. And of course, Carolyn Roland Davis made it look so easy that I hadn't even practiced one. So I am bumbling my way through this. And I was like, wait a second, Jill. You just promised them a drawing in 30 minutes. You did not promise them a shopping cart. So that let me just take a minute. Yeah. I know, Karen, mind blown. That just let me take a minute and to realize these are people that love me so much. Typically the people that come to your launch party are the ones that want to see you succeed, right? So think back to your Premier Designs launch party, for some of us a really long time ago. They didn't care that you bumbled your way through it. They didn't care that maybe you ordered them a wrong piece of jewelry. Like they love you and want to support you. So I let myself, I might have had a glass of wine. And then I said, all right, so I did my drawing for who won the free jewel bracelet. And I'm just going to start buying those like candy with all my free jewelry that I get. Because I am winning the $1,000 RRC every stinking month. Let me tell you, that's not going to slip past me. So that's $250 in jewelry. And when you're doing online shows, like how much jewelry do you really need, right? Like you can only show so much and people start to get bored. It's not like an in-home show where you can just keep putting jewelry in front of them and they're touching it and feeling it and trying it on and looking at their friend. No, it's just you. You can't touch, you can't feel it. You can only get so much time to show jewelry to them online. So although I know those of you that you just all want it all because you're going to wear it all, and that's completely fine. Anyway, so started working through those carts and it amazingly got easier by like the 6th one. I was like, ow. I'm not a quick learner, y'all. This isn't that hard. So play with it, get that figured out. I watched a fantastic video on Tish Mefford. She's just a great trainer. Oh, you guys. And she, I think, is the top retailer in all of Park Lane. I want to say she had a $300,000 last year. Yeah, 3 with 5 zeros behind it. Tish Mefford. When that woman speaks, you listen. So put her on notifications. Like when she trains, I want to hear what she has to say. So she did a training back like May 5th is I think the one that I found. And she was talking about the cart share. And Stacy, it made me think about the conversation we had of like, it is pretty arduous putting that cart together for them, especially when you don't know what you're doing. But going back to, we are a service-oriented, you want to have a service-oriented business. And to go to her and say, Susie, you still have 2 half-price items left if you want them. Maybe she wouldn't have realized that. Hey, Susie, if we just throw 2 $20 pair of earrings in there, girl, you're going to save $100. Like, and I realize right now, someone needs to tell us that too. So as we're doing this, and it's going to take twice as long, 3 times as long. Give yourself some grace, give yourself some time to learn it. But once we do, think of the service that you can have to her, the way we used to do over the coffee table in a living room, and the relationship that we're starting to build with these customers, like we did in the living room. And that, I think, was a piece of why I was never able to build a good online business, because we didn't have access to a product like that we could. So invest in the time to learn cart share. Find yourself a Thelma. Dana's sitting right here on my screen. Find yourself a Thelma to practice with. And maybe it's your husband. That's fine. He can pretend to be Thelma for the evening. And that's going to start to get weird. Then you can just get to know it. And we're going to see that evolve. Look at it as a way of offering customized, personalized service. Think about all the time you saved not driving to her house and not driving back, right? Some of you were doing massive commuting to get to your shows. Johnston out there, you know, an hour and a half from Target, y'all. That woman has to drive to go anywhere. So anyway, look at that as an investment in this business. We want to help you build a business, not make a sale. And that is the goal in this. I had a gal send me a gigantic order, and I said, giddy, like almost $500 order. And I was like, you know what? If we split this into 2 orders, it's going to save you $150. She was so grateful. She was so excited about that. And I was like, you know what, Jill, this isn't about this sale. It is about the long haul and having a great customer who feels like I want what's best for her, which I truly, truly do. I don't want one sale, right? Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. Okay, next hard thing we're going to learn, Trello. Everyone has the Trello app on their phone, right? Raise your hand if you have the Trello app on your phone. Okay, get the Trello app on your phone. Jennifer Keller, oh my goodness, that woman is amazing. So figure out how to use Trello. That's the other thing. Remember, when we learn new things, it keeps our brain young. So by the end of this year, you won't even recognize yourself. You're gonna look like you did when you were 25, right, Jody? So Trello. Okay, Jen posted on there the 5 days of Facebook posts. She went and watched a Tish Mefford Facebook party, was part of Tish Mefford's Facebook party. And Tish is like, take all my graphics, boom, take all my verbiage. Here you go. Like, the heart of this company is pretty decent. Like, if their top retailer would say, take my stuff, right? So Jennifer Keller, JK posted that on the Trello board. Figure out how to use it. I'll be honest, my iPhone will not let me copy the graphics. So I'm having to figure that out. And I've started screenshotting and then just cropping it. And I don't know how it's going to look when it actually goes back up on the screen, but we'll see. Okay, any questions on those 2 things? Or we'll save the questions till the end. All right. I actually made a list of all the things I wanted to talk to you about, and I haven't even started yet. Oh, share cart. I got there. Good. All right. This week is launch week. It is. Christy, are you laughing at me? She is laughing at me. I know. 13 minutes to go. I told you an hour. This week is launch week, girls. Oh, we got the party. Oh, should I talk slower? Should I talk like I'm from the South?
We launching tonight at 8.
At 8. Okay, good. So we still have about 45 minutes, but I know you want to get focused. Okay, we're going to end this early. This week is launch week. Fantastic. If you don't feel comfortable getting in front of a camera, let Lisa King get in front of the camera for you. Oh my goodness. The Stacy Young, Lourdes Mangui, and I this weekend did a Zoom launch party for each of them. Fantastic. So if you feel like you need help, let me know. I would love to help you with a Zoom party or a Facebook party. We will do that. You have no excuses not getting launched. You don't need jewelry to get launched. Let's make it happen. The other thing is, the website is so good, y'all. All you have to do is get them to go there. That's what I'm looking at. The goal of this Facebook party is not for them to see jewelry, want it, and buy it. It's to get them to the website, because the website is so good, they're going to see it and want it and buy it. And then the rabbit hole that they fall into, I had hit $1,000 yesterday in 4 orders, not even counting the lady with the big order. So get launched. This week is launch week. Sign up special ends Wednesday at midnight. Wednesday at midnight. I don't want you up later than midnight. If she hasn't made the decision by Wednesday at midnight in your time zone, it's too late. The Hostess 5 Fast 50s, the 5 Fast 50s, those end Wednesday. Your show needs to close at that point on Wednesday, or you won't get advantage of that. The Celebrate bracelet, if you have 800 net plus non, that's between December 24th and January 6th, you're going to win that Celebrate bracelet. The $60 BOGO special ends January 6th. The double 25 thank yous for the hostess end January 6th. So January 6th is a giant day. If you have not taken a look at the loop, whether you're not getting it as an email or not, get in that field interface, scroll all the way to the bottom, click on the loop. All of the details for all of these programs are in there.
Do we know the time zone, Jill?
It is technically, it's 3 a.m. in which time zone, Karen? Central. It's technically 3 a.m. Central. We'd be really good at charades, Karen, you and I together. So that's it. J-Bo says herself, she's like, we don't want you up at that time, midnight. You just, in your head, it's midnight. It's
Okay.
midnight.
Okay, sounds good.
Good, good, good. All right, Sparkle Convention. Who is registered for Sparkle? Okay,
Me.
I'm not registered yet either. That get yourself registered, whether you go for the 59 or the 159 is completely up to you. What the 159 gets you is $200 worth of jewelry that's going to land at your doorstep during Sparkle, which you could buy that. So not the end of the world. Don't spend money you don't have, girls. If you've made the money, spend it, splurge, treat yourself. But if you don't have the money, don't spend it. If you decide you like this Facebook party system thing, I want to look at Cinch Share is a program you can subscribe to that will, once you've set up your template of what you like, it will make those posts for you. So that's how Tish Mefford is able to do as many shows as she does, because she's not married to Facebook. So Cinch, C-I-N-C-H, Share, super honest. I have no idea what it is. I think JK uses it. I love it. Okay, RRC, Rich Rewards Club. This is your new best friend. I mean, I know you love the best friend that's sitting next to you on the couch, but this is your new best friend, Rich Rewards Club. This is a brilliant way to goal set. Dana said to me, Jill, what kind of goals should I have? Dana, let's look at level 1 of the Rich Rewards Club. $1,000 net and non in your first 2 commission weeks. So remember, that goes from Thursday to Wednesday. So that was December 31st to Wednesday at midnight. That's what we're thinking here. That's commission week 1. So 2 commission weeks into January is going to put us January 13th. Hitting that $1,000 net non is going to get us $250 in free jewelry. This is a no-brainer, ladies. And this, as you're thinking about every month from here on out, making sure you've got a party going, whether it's a party you're booking or a party you're going to do that first week of every month. Just boom, get yourself out the gate and running. The second level of Rich Rewards, because I know some of you have already hit the first level of Rich Rewards, is $2,500 net plus non for the month. That earns you the next month's style drop. So that super hot trendy piece that Park Lane's going to drop next month for our customers, you're going to get it for free first. So another way to, I mean, $2,500 a month, that's a great consistent something to aim for. The next level 3 is 4,000 in the month, net plus non. Level 4 is having 2 people that you've personally sponsored qualify. So be watching, play around in those reports. I'm not going to take the time tonight to go into those reports. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I will show you, but play around in those reports, see what there's in there, especially if you've got gals underneath you and they've started to sell stuff that you can see what's going on in there. I don't know enough right now to even show you, teach you. Just get in there and bump around, see what you can find. The last level, and that's $300 in free jewelry, just having 2 people. And these are cumulative. If you hit level 1 and level 4, that's $550 in free jewelry. That's my goal. I'm going to sell 1,000 every month, and I'm going to have 2 personal sponsors qualify every month. I'm just transparent. That's my personal goal. $550 a month. That's how I'm going to get all my little door prizes that I'm going to use at my shows. Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness, it's around the corner. Brandy Bauman, oh my goodness, she did a video in Team Sparkle. So she's on Team Sparkle. So came over from Premiere. If you have not watched her video from December 15th, add that to your watch list. She had 14 orders go in before Christmas. Fresh. She's like, I didn't even have jewelry. And it was reaching out to her guy friends saying, hey, would you like me to build a cart for you for your wife, your girlfriend, your whatever, and help you out? Y'all, brilliant. Oh my goodness. She's just adorable. She can't be 25. She's so cute. Like, I'm just like, Brandy, and Valentine's Day is around the corner. Oh my goodness. The guys hate to shop. Tell them what to buy. She's like, almost every single one bought what she put in the cart. She asked him, hey, do you want what's your budget? And someone would be like, I don't know, surprise me. So she'd pick $100 worth of stuff and stuff and so if she didn't know the wife or the girlfriend, she'd stalk her Facebook page to see what kind of stuff she liked. I mean, what do we do before social media, y'all? Like, let's get smart, work smart on this. And I was like, ding dang, I missed the Christmas window. I'm like, wait a second. And then after Valentine's, what do we have? Mother's Day. So you're going to get good at this at Valentine's. You're going to get expert at this Mother's Day. And it's just going to tick, 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 tick. All right. I'm done. What questions do you have for me?
So Jill, would SenseShare, is that similar to Post My Party?
I'm guessing that's what it sounds like.
Schedule, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know where Post My Party, I used Post My Party way long time ago, but just could never seem to get the Facebook party thing figured out. And it was like $10 or $15 a month. I didn't.
Yeah, it works better in groups versus in events.
Right.
But other than that, I don't know if it's still.
Does anybody know anything about SenseShare? Ooh, we all have homework. Yay.
Jill, I've heard of it. I know people that have used it, but I personally haven't used it. I know it's a fee. I don't know how much or anything like that, but I mean, I know people that use it, that love it.
Okay. Well, I know JK does too. Maybe I'll ask her to talk a little bit more about it.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Griselda. Go ahead, Griselda. I see your hand. You got to unmute yourself, honey. Or are you just saying hi? Griselda, you have to unmute, honey.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's a little garbled, honey.
It's unmuted. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can kind of barely.
So how often are those specials dropped? Like the shop? Oh, I'm sorry. How often are
The style drops?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. How often do those happen?
It sounds every month. So every month the style drop, and it's a super trend. This is what I've been told. It's a super trendy piece of jewelry that they'll do a spend X amount, get this for this amount, which is a great way to draw people back to your website, whatnot. And it's one that, oh, I paid $15 for it. So in 6 months when it's sitting on her dresser saying, well, that was a dumb purchase, those $100 pair of earrings, it was like, oh, she feels better about it because she only spent 15. So that I think that's been the psychology behind the style drops as I understand it. Amy.
Okay, thank you.
And then Kim Banta, you're next.
Hey, can you explain the sponsoring and how that works with being qualified and commissions, and how, if it's, do you have to do this every month, etc.?
Right, absolutely. So becoming qualified is a big thing in Park Lane, and it's to prevent what they call kidnappers. We don't want you to come in, pay your $99 and just pick out jewelry and sit. And I love that because she was probably a hostess or a really great customer that decided to become a stylist for a discount. And Park Lane just wants to, no. So we want you to come in. Please don't come in if you don't want to sell at least $1,000 worth of product. Like if you want to sell 1,000, come on in, we want you. And that for you as a business owner, for you to be savvy about that too, where in Premier, it was like, I just need 7 so I can go on this trip. Mom, guess what? You're signing up, and you're paying for mom to sign up, or you're paying for your daughter to sign up. And Park Lane really wants to dissuade us from doing that. So that is the becoming qualified. If your stylist does not become qualified, the Park Lane police do not come by and take her kit from her. No, but she never gets to be a qualified stylist. Like that 5 weeks, boom, the 5 weeks is over. Now she can go on and do, and it means nothing. You can still grow in this business, do everything in this business, but she, for you, will never count toward any of the contests, because you need to sponsor someone who gets, well, they use the word recruit. You need to recruit someone who gets qualified in order for it to count. So how to become qualified? She needs to have $1,000 net plus non in her first 5 weeks of working. So define working. Working is when she puts in her first order. So let's say she signed up in December and didn't put in an order until February, that would start her 5-week clock. Now, if she joined, let's say she got that $1,000 in free jewelry, but she spent $1,006, so she paid the overage, that's her first order, is the 6th, which, you know what, 5 weeks, and I'm seeing how easy it is to have $1,000 net plus non. It's not hard. I mean, there's a few things that could happen in your life that you would need to wait until March to get started, but not many. I'm like, this was February or January 3rd, right after Christmas. Everyone had just spent all their money. Anyway, apparently not all of it. So now when you look at a calendar, and with Park Lane, you have to think weeks, not accounting month. So Premier had us trained, it was the end of the accounting period, and then they shifted us to, it was just the calendar month, just to make it easy. Park Lane does it week by week by week for a number of reasons. One of them is that's how we get paid. So since all the money is going to Park Lane, they're processing the credit card. They're processing that credit card, so we're not getting paid up front like we used to in Premier. But I love the psychology of it. It's the work week, right? Those of you with a full-time job, that's your work week, and getting you used to in your head of, what is my work week? I want something to go in on my work week, and helping incentivize you to have a great business and a balanced business as well, not saving everything for the last day of the month to try to go in. So when you look Thursday to Wednesday, so that's where the end of the accounting month for 2020 or for December was on December 30, and the start was December 31st. So January 6th is 1 week. So let's say you had your first sale on January 31st. I'm sorry, December 31st was your first sale. Your first week would be January 6th. So that's week 1. Then you count out week 2, week 3, week 4. that puts you week 5. Turn to that page of my calendar. It's February 3rd. Does that make sense? And you can see, and I'm not sure exactly where, but it shows you, I know I'm able to see that data. I haven't tried to find my own data, but I can, see your data when that date is you need to be qualified by. Does that make sense, Amy?
It's all under reports.
Which one would you look at to look at your personal report, Kim?
It's called detailed report. And I'm looking at mine right now and I'm halfway to 1,000. And I need to, yeah, but I only have a week left and I'm having a hard time.
Well, let's brainstorm some ideas.
Yeah, so what happens if I don't reach that qualification by the date I have to?
Nothing.
Can I get qualified? When do I get qualified? When I reach it?
So you still make all, so let's say you don't get qualified. It means for the person who sponsored you for any contest or whatnot, she doesn't get to count you as a qualified recruit.
I know, but
the world.
Well, but it is. Because I want to know, how does it work if I don't get qualified? How then do I become qualified? I mean, there has to be a point at which I would become qualified, right?
So the only thing for qualification that it does is the only difference it makes is for the person who sponsored you. Because
I know, but at what point are they going to start receiving commission from me?
Oh, they'll always receive commission from you. You don't have to be qualified for them to get commission. The only thing it counts for is the contest. So like the Rich Reward Club, in order to count as, if I sponsored 2 girls in January, I need to get them qualified in their, or when those people start to qualify. If 2 of them qualify in January, then that counts as my 2 qualified and I hit that level 4. For me,
it only counts for that 1 month kind of thing.
Exactly. And it counts so that I'm guessing the trip is going to have how many people you need to have qualified recruits. It really is the sponsor's job to help you get qualified.
I'm trying here, sweetie. You saw the thing I did on New Year's Day. Nobody bit. Today I put, these are my 6, pardon, I have 4 grandkids. I put that these are my 6 favorites. What are yours? Comment. Somebody commented. I've contacted her separately and I'm trying to get her into doing, even if it's just me and her Facebooking, to let her see the jewelry and maybe get an order that way. Because I'm actually finding that those one-on-one little Facebook things are really cool versus having all these people. Just one-on-one, here's what I got, and let's just talk friend to friend. So I've been trying to get some of those, but I don't know, I'm having a real hard time. So I'm trying.
Well, there you go. And I think bottom line, that's what it's going to be. I mean, back when we were, launching Premiere, it was that one-on-one contact, the getting the jewelry in front of the people. And you're right, doing a messenger video call with them of, girl, let me show you what I got here. This is fantastic. So it is okay. Like, don't, like, that whole qualification thing, that's the pressure on the sponsoring stylist. Because I want you to get qualified so that now you count toward all my recognition and my rewards. And
I know.
But no, sometimes it's going to happen. Sometimes it's not going to happen. And I think especially over the holidays, and it is okay, Kim. Anybody else have any advice for Kim? Here's how so here's the tray of cookies analogy. You've all heard the tray of cookies analogy, right? You got a big old plate of cookies, grandma's special recipe that you embezzled from Austria, when you had to escape, right? And you go to the first person and they don't want a cookie. And you go to the second person, they don't want a cookie. You go to the third person, they don't want a cookie. And you take the cookies and you throw them in the garbage can, boom. Meanwhile, the fourth person, she's been on a diet for a month and she was gonna eat the entire plate of cookies. But that's where it's so hard in sales, because Nobody wants this. And it's not nobody wants it. It's the 10 people I've asked have said no. So is it number 11? Is it number 12? And getting that shift in your head. This is a treasure hunt. This is there is going to be a pearl in an oyster if I open enough oysters, right? And it's probably, as soon as you stop, it's going to be the next oyster that has the pearl.
And
Yeah.
one thing that we did is I asked a lot of people, hey, would you just look at this and tell me what you think? So they were actually doing me a favor. I called them a sparkle spy and they liked being spies. But anyway, you have to do whatever you want for your personality. And they were more likely to look and watch than they were if I were asking them to shop. So just look and tell me, make a list of 10 things. I'm trying to get my kit together. I'm trying to decide what I want, one of those kind of things. Just look at it and tell me what you think, make a wish list, send it back to me. And then once they saw the jewelry, they watched Jill do the Facebook show and they actually saw the jewelry on the clothes, or they actually see it on the website. All of a sudden it's in their mind and they want it now. So that was one of the things. And so hopefully that may help you. And Amy still has another question because her question is my question. So I'm going to let Amy ask the question, Jill, because it's still part of what she was asking you. But
Perfect, Amy.
hopefully that helps you, is just a different verbiage. And I'm happy to share my verbiage with you if you want it.
That would be awesome, Dana. If you could throw that in the Jill's Team Sparkle, I would love that, the little thread. All right, Amy, and then Laura,
Okay.
you're next.
Okay, so I understand all that about the qualification. As a sponsoring stylist, do we have to meet a certain, it was called PV, retail, to make commission on our sponsored people?
Yes. So in order, in all those accounting weeks that end in the month. So looking at January, I'm very visual, you guys, sorry. Looking at January, we've got the January 6th, the 13th. So January 27, we've got 4 accounting weeks in the month of January. We need to have at least 500 net. Have 500 net, and then you look in February, you're going to collect every week's override. They call them overrides when we're talking about downline. Commission is your personal commission. Override is what you make on your team to get your team's overrides for the month of February through, I would guess, February 24. That 4th week ends, and now we're into March.
So we have to continue every month to do the 500 to be able to get every month.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right, Laura.
Thank you. I have to apologize. I'm in the airport, so if you hear background noise, that's why. So Kim, I was thinking of the very same thing. But I went to a Mary Kay because I love Mary Kay, and they said something along the lines of, you can always help your consultant. You don't have to buy anything to help your consultant. So the referrals of a person that loves bling, or a husband that doesn't know what they're talking about when they need to get a gift, buys the frying pan, not what a woman would really want. So we have to think outside the box. And I have a lot of friends that are minimalist type of people. So I know that they know people. So I need to tap into them that way and say, hey, I know this isn't your thing. I'm not asking for you to make it your thing just because you're my friend or my family member, but help me think of people that I wouldn't necessarily know. And that's why Facebook is great, because now I have got, oh, and Parkland is also available in the UK. I have friends in the UK. So, thinking outside your circle of the people that you know and then utilize your inner circle to get those people. So that's what I'm focusing on.
So you've
That
got
is
a favor you're asking them. Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
asking not to buy anything, but to just offer you. They love to do you a favor.
Yeah. And there is actually, it's been psychologically proved that if you ask someone a favor and you go back and say, thank you so much, it resulted in X, Y, and Z, they're indebted to you. Which I think is funny because it would seem like the opposite is true. But anyway.
I love taking, that notebook. So this is my Park Lane notebook that I thought I had lost. Oh my gosh, it slipped under the front seat of the car. As I was getting car sick the other day, driving home and still listening, that going through and making a list of names. It's the old school list of names and the personally reaching out. It is not the copy and paste text message. It's the personally reaching out, the phone call, the hey, where are you at? And this isn't necessarily going to be the quick fix. I'm making 4 figures, next week kind of thing. But again, building that business, getting that momentum up, giving yourself grace to do that. Other people's journeys are going to be different. Brandy had a $4,000 training show. So if that intimidates you and you start comparing yourself, put the blinders on. This is your journey. This is not, you have no idea the journey Brandy has walked. So Brandy has no idea the journey you've walked. You know that this is the plans God has for you. How to proceed, how can I come in alongside each of these women and be a blessing to them? It's not about blessing my pocket, but how we know we can serve and focus on serving them and taking care of them, just like we've always been taught for 22 years.
And personally inviting them rather than posting it in your VIP group and say, hey, I'm having this show, would y'all all watch? They're not going to do that. But if you actually send it to them personally, hey, I'm planning to do this. Would you be one of the people that's on and help cheer me on? Because I I'm going to be nervous. I mean, whatever your reasoning, but you give them a job to do, and then they have to answer you and say, yes, I'm going to be able to watch. That's what's going to get you the people on there watching, rather than just posting it in your VIP group.
Very wise advice, Dana. Absolutely. Any other, Curtis?
Yes.
This is Karen,
I'll
everyone.
fix it. I have to figure out how to do it. I need my son to fix it. Also to Kim, one of my favorite assignments in Vermeer was always 100 no's, to actually chart it out, create your chart of 100, whatever it is, X's, O's, big X, color it in, make it pretty, whatever you need. But with that, create your reward. What's your reward when you had 100 no's? Because guaranteed, there's no way you're going to make it through 100 no's without some yeses. But like, I liked the reward. I created a reward. When I got to 100 no's, I had a reward for myself because it meant I contacted 100 people. So, my 2 cents.
I love that, y'all. We know sales is hard work, and there's so many people are not cut out for this, and that's why we have a job. Everybody was doing this, right? Oh my goodness, and really looking what is your niche? What are you bringing to the table? And coming in and loving on these gals. Anybody else have a question?
I do.
All right, Patricia.
Hello. So I was just kind of playing around with someone who was interested in an order. And so I noticed, so it's one of the bracelets. I think it's jewel bracelet is what it's called. So it comes up $72. And then because she spent $60, she'll get the next item for $25. But then I added a third bracelet and it came out as, it says customer special $0. So unless I missed something, I was just trying to figure out how did the third item come out as $0?
because Park Lane is doing a BOGO sale right now that ends on Wednesday. So
Gotcha.
it's they got the $25, they call them zingers.
Okay.
JK doesn't like that. She's like, it's like it was gonna get you. The $25 zinger, then that unlocked $100 or less item for free for her. So that's the special. That's not normal. So normally the customers do not get these $25, the $200 item for 25.
Wow.
That's a special just right now. Normally it's just the 2 and 4.
Okay.
So this is a
Thanks.
really big deal. Really big deal right now.
Thanks.
All right, Lourdes.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Have a question. Can you clarify? I'm trying to understand this Fast 50. Do they have an expiration date? How do they work?
So those are, so on your launch party, let's talk about your launch party because all of you are doing that right now. And then we'll talk about how going forward. So on your launch party, obviously you're the hostess. So getting those Fast 50s, normally she gets 2 Fast 50s and you get to decide what she gets them for. Maybe I should talk that way first and then we'll talk about you. So let's talk about Susie's hosting a show for you. It's in a time period where it's 2 Fast 50s and you say to Susie, book a party in February and I'll give you an extra $100 in free jewelry at your show. Woo! Susie, look cute when I get there and I'll have an extra $100 in free jewelry at your show. Susie, have a booking waiting for me. I'll have an extra $100 of free jewelry at your show. You get to decide what she needs to do to earn the Fast 50s. That's you. You know her. You know, what do I need to incentivize her with? Get one order. So, well, get to 300. She's got to get to 300 in order to use those Fast 50s. So it sounds like in Park Lane, it's half and half, whether the stylist pays for the Fast 50s or the hostess pays for the Fast 50s. So normally they're $10 each to give her. So it sounds like half of Park Lane says, have an order waiting for, have 2 orders before I get there, and I'll let you buy an extra $100 worth of jewelry for $20. Or she says, go ahead, Judy.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was thinking, so they automatically are eligible to have the 2 Fast 50s at their show.
Yes. And when you go to enter those hostess benefits, you'll see where you check the box if she got them or not. And then it will go into the fees. Now you decide who pays that. Are you going to pay that? Is she going to pay that? Listening to Tish Mefford, she's like, I will gladly pay $20. I didn't have to drive anywhere. I didn't have to stop at Starbucks and get a cup of coffee on the way. Like, she's like, it is worth $20 to me.
I didn't have to drag my jewelry all over the place.
Unload it, reload it, put it away. I didn't have to be tempted by brownies all night. She doesn't say that, but she comps that to, she pays that $20. That's hers. But then listening to other people, it sounds like they pass that on to the hostess. Now,
Okay.
since
She's
you're the
entitled
hostess,
to the 2 Fast 50s per show.
yes, unless you had a hostess right now. So right now, one of their specials is 5 Fast 50s, and it's 5 Fast 50s for $40. So they're essentially giving her one for free.
Right, but this show is like next Sunday, so that it probably won't be going on.
No, it won't be going on. You're right.
Okay.
Well, and we don't know. Come Thursday, they might say, all right, now you can have 3 Fast 50s. Who knows? So they were doing 3 Fast 50s right before Christmas and then bumped it to 5 in this between.
I want them to do the BOGO again for her.
Oh my gosh, isn't that incredible? Lisa.
So for our launch party, us being the hostess, we can take advantage of $40, getting all 5 50s. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Just make sure you check the button. If you don't check the button, and it won't let you pick out free jewelry. So you're going to see that when you guys start to play with it. It's pretty straightforward entering in that the hostess orders.
So the expiration date is the date that you have that party then?
Yeah. So the expiration date is going to be the date you submit that show.
Got it. Thank you.
Right. And it's a use it or lose it thing. It's not like you can save it for later and gift it. Like it goes in on that show. It's for that show. Think of it like the hostess bonuses, right? If she didn't use her hostess bonus, she lost her hostess bonus, right? Chris.
Okay, just to clarify, so when we check off our 550s for tonight for our launch show, that's giving us $250 for only $40, but we don't get to pick out what the jewelry is?
Oh, no, you do.
Okay, I misunderstood. Okay.
I'm sorry. So you're going to see that when you go enter in your hostess, when you get to tab number 4, hostess details, you're going to see, these are all the people that have ordered. Actually, you're going to see that under customer details, all the people have ordered. You go to hostess details and you're going to see, if you had 4 orders, you're going to see $80 in free jewelry sitting there. And you'll see a little, you click how many fast 50s she earned. Now, if you don't want to spend $40, you don't have to. On your launch party. It's completely up to you. If you don't like sparkle, I'm no one to judge. And then you'll see instantly, boom, it adds $250 to the $80 that's sitting there.
Is it cumulative? Like if you decided to get 20, 20, 20, 20 in earrings, or is it one item up to $50, your second item up to $50? It's a total of 250 or 100.
Right, and it all goes in the pot like it did for our hostess benefits.
Okay.
You'll see when they subtract out at the bottom the $330 in hostess credit, whatnot.
Okay.
All right, Jody, I see your hand, and then Lisa, is that you, Hannah? Is that Lisa, Hannah? All right, Jody, and then Lisa.
Jill, if we're going to pay those fees for our customers, how do we keep that off their bill, or can we?
That is a really good question, Jody, and I'm going to get back to you on that one.
Okay.
I haven't done a show for somebody else yet.
Okay.
So we'll see how that totals in. That's a good question. I'm not sure yet.
I mean, I guess if we were ordering on the party, which we wouldn't normally be doing that, we could put it, maybe put it on our, I don't know.
I'm guessing it, and I still don't know how, like with your hostess, can you do a cart for your hostess and have her, or does she just have to tell you what she wants and you enter it? And so that goes in on that bulk credit card. So she has to pay you directly? Or
yeah, I just know, like when I did my first one and I was the hostess, I mean, when I chose a fast 50, it just showed up on my bill. And so I assumed that it would be the same way for a real hostess. But if I wanted to pay that for her, I'm just wondering if there's a way I could not even let her have to see that charge.
That is a really good question. We need to find the answer out to that as soon as we
Okay. Sorry.
Good one. You win. Jody wins the first stumper of the night. You get the stumper award, Judy. Nice. All right, Miss Hannah, you're next.
Unmute yourself, Judy.
Judy, you're still muted. I'm going to ask her to unmute. Judy. Anybody read lips? Oh, there you go. Now we can.
Okay. So for this, the party has to be $300, right? If we turn it in Wednesday.
And it needs to be 300 net. So
300 net.
Net. So net is your full price items and half price items. So all the little $25 or the spend 40, get it for 15, those are your non-commission items. So we have to think in net and non. Now the non-commission items go into getting qualified, go into all of our trip points and all that stuff, but it does not go into, it has to be at least $300 net.
Okay, so to be a, say if I do a party there and then one of my friends book off that party, what is the, like, we have to, it has to be a $200 party to be always a $300 party or more?
Always.
What's the lowest the party? Always
it's
a
always
300.
300.
Okay, got that. Okay,
to unlock, sure, to unlock the hostess benefits. So if you've had 2 orders come in and it hasn't reached 300, you won't even be able to enter hostess benefits. Like it's a No. So that's how you submit, if you will, just an individual order. If orders come in and it doesn't hit the 300, you just skip that hostess, go directly to the last page and hit submit to close that. So that's really getting in the habit of closing any show you have open every Wednesday. Like every Wednesday we close a show just to make sure. So any specials or whatnot, they're getting.
Okay.
Judy and then Kim.
Judy, me?
Yeah, Judy Kincaid, sorry.
Okay. Too many
You guys
Judys
are
in
sitting right next to each other on my screen too.
here.
Judy twins.
Judy twins. So for the non-net, so if somebody ordered the $40 special and they got to go to the confetti sale,
right?
So those items that they bought at the confetti sale would be non-net.
They'd be non-commission, yes.
Right, but they would count towards rewards and all that stuff.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes. Miss Kim.
You had mentioned, or some people have mentioned, always having a show open the first 2 weeks of the month to try and reach your $1,000. So we can have our own personal party every month so that those individual customers that come in, we can put under our party.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That's
Okay,
a good reminder, Kim. Good.
I just wanted to make sure I understood that right. So it would make sense to always open a party in your own name on the first of the month for any individual orders that come through.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Got it.
Laura, I see that hand. Oh, you muted yourself again, honey. She said, oh, shoot. I can read those lips. Connie, you're next.
So I tried to do that for myself, and I ended up putting my order under some other random stylist. Is there a way to change that? I know.
Laura. I'm so
You
glad
went
that you make the
stumper.
mistake. Yeah.
You went loser.
Thanks to me.
I'm a natural blonde.
Oh, Laura, you win the Oopser Award of the week. So I'm going to guess you're going to need to send an email to customer service, and I'm sure they can fix it.
Okay.
All right, Miss Connie.
Okay, so I have two things. I can't stay for the whole meeting because I am actually going to sign up another gal. So she goes under me, and I would be the manager and the recruiter for this, correct?
Oh boy.
How do
What
I
level
do?
What level did you come in at?
I haven't got all my paperwork in, but I was a 1-star in Premier, so I don't know what to do.
Okay, you're gonna put me as manager and you as recruiter.
Okay.
All right. And then
Okay.
you're gonna send me that director's agreement tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
yes, ma'am.
We'll get it figured out. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And then, second of all, I don't know. I know some of you know who Kathy Sponholtz is.
Yeah.
I got a text from her today. Danny is home on hospice care full time. And if all who know Kathy could just send a prayer for her and her family, I know she would appreciate it. So,
Yes, I am gonna post on Team Sparkle. Just
Okay.
This is one of our teammates with her address, and her husband has been fighting cancer for 5 years now, maybe, Connie.
Yeah.
And
something like
he's
that.
got to be early 60s, which is starting to
Yeah.
seem really young. And
Yeah.
they are just been on our
Amazing people, and just Kathy is just an amazing girl, and I just feel for them today.
Yes,
Because
I'm
I
gonna
didn't think we were at that stage yet.
yes. I'm gonna post on Team Sparkle tonight. I've been talking with the SVPs. I'm like, how do we want to proceed? This is kind of a precedent setting event for us and as team members to come alongside one of our own. And so yes, thank you, Connie, for sharing that.
So I love you all. I will talk to you all next week, and I'm gonna go get my new girl hooked up. So,
all right, and we're wrapping it up here. We bumped up on our hour, but I want to make sure we got all our questions answered. So I'm going to remind you again, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So just be encouraged with that, ignorance on fire. And so, I mean, and again, do not compare your journey to someone else's. I have almost 1,000 people in my VIP group. I opened it up to my VIP group. I had 40 people watch out of 1,000, y'all. I'm a math major. What is that? 4%. So think about how many people in your VIP group, how many people are commenting. Like Jill had 4%. Jill Ross, oh my gosh, she's so good. Had 4%. So let that marinate a second here.
Yeah, I invited 60 and had 2 show.
Hey, sister, I think
Yeah.
percentage-wise, you might be ahead of me. So give yourself grace. That is one of my words of the year. God, I needed 3 words for 2021, and grace is one of those. Grace for myself, grace for as I'm learning new things, grace for the people around me, grace for my sweet husband who has just, that man loves me. Oh Lord, there are special jewels for his crown. With this hot mess. Growth is my second G word for the year, and this is going to be a year of incredible growth and then gratefulness. To just pause, and when I start to think of all the things I don't have, to think of all the things I do have, and I just I'm pinching myself that all y'all wanted to jump into this with me. We're burning each other up with all our ignorance here. And to see what God's going to do with it, to give us patience for each other and for ourselves as we take this journey. All right.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
All right, well, keep the conversations going. Keep posting on Team Sparkle. The Jill's Team Sparkle, I know that's going to get overwhelming. I'm probably going to boil it down to my first levels in Jill's Team Sparkle, just so and then those of you who've sponsored people, you can pass the information along, just so your phones aren't blowing up. I mean, anyway, so initially, I was thinking this was going to be, like 15 or maybe even 20. 20, Lord, would you even give us 20? And here we sit. We hit 60 today, y'all. If I told you that we hit 60, cannot even. So I'm probably going to boil that Jill's Team Sparkles 2 back and badder than ever. I don't know. I hate sequels, so we'll see. Wonder Woman 2 was awful. Did anybody else think that? Now I'm rambling, but we'll keep this conversation going. Remember to register for Sparkle Convention. Make sure you save those times on your calendar. If you have a spouse, Matt's going to save that time on his calendar too, to watch with me. I need his help. I need him to help me keep my head in the game on this. And the more he knows, the better. And challenge you to do that as well. Make it date night. You know how to convince them, girls. I know you know. I don't have to tell you how to convince them. And then remember, the last Monday night of the month is our big Team Sparkle Zoom meeting. So we'll do our Jill's Team Sparkle Zooms every Monday, and save that last Monday night of the month. Same time, it'll be on JK's Zoom number instead of mine. And that'll be that last Monday of the month for 45 to an hour, no more than an hour. Sound good, girls? All right, go get them. Y'all are amazing.
Thank you, Jill.
You're so
Bye.
welcome.
Bye, guys. I'm going to watch Lisa. So